Crafty Monsters, how is everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous. So, in today's fabulous tutorial, we are going to be making these. Oh my god. So, first of all, this card is dedicated to all of you little crafty monsters. All of my little crafty monsters. This is dedicated to you guys. Because you make my heart go boom boom. So anyway, look at these little crafty monsters. This stamp is made by I believe it's Mama Elephant. So this stamp is from there. We purchased it at Joann's. So there will be a link in the bottom so that you can get a hold of these little stamps if you want. There's our co-host Matthias. And look at how cute these are. So we watercolored these with watercolor paints. And then the little sentiment says, "You make my heart go boom, boom, boom." Right? I know. So this card is dedicated to all my little crafty monsters. Every single one of you little boo-boos out there. This little monster Valentine card. Super easy, super quick. You guys, let's get down to business because I know you guys want to get down and dirty with the crafting. So let's get to the desk and I will see you in a bit. Hola, my little crafty monsters. So this is the stamp by Mama Elephant. This is the one that we're going to be using to make this little monster Valentine card. And also this watercolor paper. This is the watercolor paper that I use. This is my go-to. And these watercolors, I purchased these at Michael's. And so what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and start watercoloring our paper that we're going to be using, because we're going to want to give that enough time for it to start to dry, because we are going to wet it. Now I am placing down this glass board that I have, and I'm going to tape it with the painter's tape just so that these little bad boys don't move around as I'm painting them. And so let's get started, my little crafty monsters. So right here in this little palette, I'm just going to go ahead and put down the colors that I'm going to want to use. And I'm only going to use 3 colors in this little backdrop that I'm doing for this card. And so the 3 colors, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick them up and I'm going to do strokes. And right here, I'm just using some clean water to wet the paper so that we can go ahead and get started. And so I'm just going to do some strokes with my brush. I don't really have a plan. I don't really have what it is that I'm going to make. All I know is that I just want to put these 3 colors down. And so, like I said, all I'm doing is just doing a little bit of a stroke. And this is going to be the back of the, the little character is going to be in front of it. So this is the back. We'll call it the backdrop for the little monster. And so right here, you guys could get creative, seriously, because you guys could basically blend any kind of colors that you guys want. You guys could do like different, shapes and designs. I mean, I've done so many different watercolor cards that, it's just, the possibilities are endless. You could just go ahead and be creative and just let your artisticness flow. And so, artisticness, is that even a word? Yes, it is. Don't judge me. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to go ahead and hit this with the heat tool. And this is just so that these little bad boys could kind of dry a little bit more faster than what they're drying right now. So I'm just kind of helping these little bad boys out. And so, like I said, guys, this is where you guys could get creative. You guys could do different blends of colors and stuff like that. I don't want to get too crazy because I don't want to end up with a crazy color that I'm not going to like, especially because I can't really see the colors that I'm blending. So it's all a surprise. So like I said, just give this little bad boy enough time to dry before you start to add this to your card base, because this will moisten your card base and that's not going to be a good thing. So now it's time to put these little bad boys together. But before we put them together, we are going to have to stamp the little sentiment that's going to be in the front of the card. I know a lot of the cards, sometimes I don't put sentiments,
But for this one, we are going to put a sentiment because I really think that this sentiment is so freaking adorable. And it basically goes with the little character that we're putting in the front of the card. And in this little sentiment, it says, "You make my heart go boom, boom, boom." So I thought it was really cute. The little monster that we got is also going to have a little heart that's kind of basically beating, kind of, you can see it beating through his little skin. So it's cute. And so this is the card that I said I was dedicating to all my little crafty monsters, because you are all little monsters. And so this little stamping tool, you guys have seen me use this plenty of times. And this is a tool that is needed in the craft room. Now, if you don't get this one, there's plenty of other ones. There's the Misty, there's the Tim Holtz one, and there's also a We Are Memory Keepers. There's a bunch of little stamping tools that will basically help you do the same thing that this one's doing. And so now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and stamp our little monster onto some of this watercolor paper, because we are going to be using our Tombow watercolors to paint this little guy. So we do want to put this on also some watercolor paper so that we could move around the color. You guys have seen me color plenty of times, so you guys know what I'm talking about. So, excuse me, go ahead and just clean up your stamps, put them away, and you are done for right now with the stamping tool. This one I can't really put on the stamping tool because it's on a wooden block, so I have to use this Sizzix stamping mat, I guess you could call it. And then yeah. And so now that we got all these little guys done, we can go ahead and start to paint the little monsters. And you can paint them whatever color you guys want. I'm just going to start using some of these little pastel colors because I don't want him to be too dark and too crazy. And so we're going to go ahead and color his little horns blue and green because I just felt that would have been cute. And then just color the little monster whatever color you guys want. Now, if you don't have this little stamp set, you guys could definitely use any other character. You guys could use like a little unicorn, or even a little mermaid, or any kind. Even a little dragon would look cute in front of that little watercolor DSP paper you made. That's a designer paper, boo boo. That is no other like it. That is a Paper to Masterpiece original. So go ahead and just finish coloring your little bad boy, and then after we're done coloring him, we are going to go ahead and put him through our Sizzix machine, and we're going to use the coordinating dies that come with this stamp set and cut out these little bad boys. So this card is going to come along really quick. As you guys could see, there's really not that much stuff that you have to do, and yet this card has a big impact. It is so freaking adorable. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this post-it tape because the little guy was trying to move. My magnet doesn't stick onto these little dies because my boards are so old already. I mean, I just bought them not too long ago, but I use them so much. Anyway, so go ahead and start gluing down your mats. You guys have seen me do this plenty of times. So glue down this mat. This one I purchased it at Hobby Lobbies, as you can see. And just throw on your other little guy. And I'm going to put the little monster on a foam square so that he could be a little bit elevated and not flat on the card. And you guys will see how that's going to look. He's going to look adorable. So go ahead and finish up your card. See how easy these little bad boys are? I mean, you guys could really get crazy with all the colors and, you know, make them look super cute, and even color coordinate everything. I really don't know how to color coordinate too much because y'all know my story. So that's it for this little guy. Seriously, how freaking adorable is this guy? And oh, sorry. um, yeah. And so we're going to throw on some of these little stickers that we purchased at Walmart. And that's just going to give him the little final touch because he's completely in love. How cute! Okay, seriously, now we're done. There you are, my little crafty monsters.
That's how easy it was to make these little bad boys. Freaking adorable cards. Dedicated to all of my little crafty monsters. A monster Valentine card. I know, right? Super adorable. The link's going to be in the bottom so you guys can get a hold of this little stamp set that has this adorable little monster and this little sentiment. And the stamp isn't even a Valentine stamp, you guys, so don't worry. It's not a Valentine thing. There goes Mr. Crazy going down, getting his little man. So anyway, that's how easy it was to make these little bad boys. I hope that inspired you guys. The inside of this little guy just says Happy Valentine's. So like I said, I hope this inspires you guys to make some little Valentine cards for the special somebodies in your life. And if you do, don't forget to share with us. And that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button as well as that notification, because you guys definitely want to get notified. You guys do not need to be walking around not knowing what to do. Matthias, you're really getting pretty loud down there, little man. But you don't want to be walking around not knowing what to do. So definitely subscribe and hit that like button and share. Share, because sharing is caring. So tell that friend about this fabulous tutorial, guys. All right, so bye for now, my little crafty monsters.